Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. It is day 8 of our Resident Evil marathon and we are coming close to the end of Jill's campaign from Resident Evil HD Remaster. Sorry, I always get that wrong. Resident Evil Remake HD Remaster. And if you remember from last episode, we made it into the cave system. And we shall continue from there. So we need a hexagonal crank for that door, or for that area. So the only place that we can go is this door here. A large boulder block still away. There are bloodstains underneath the boulder. Very ominous indeed. Okay, so let's have a look. The elevator's power source is around mid. Open it. Will you take this shaft? No, because we don't need that until we're ready to use it, basically. There's a handgun clip there. We really don't need that at this point in the game, so I'm not going to bother picking it up. Afternoon, Django.
Is that you, Jill?
Is that voice Enrico's?
Yeah?
You're alive!
Stop!
It's Charles Bronson from the
Are you
first
with
game.
anybody, Jill?
No, but why?
The stars are finished. Someone is a traitor. Umbrella set us up.
Enrico! Traitor? Who?
Traitor indeed. Oh, a traitor? Who? Whoever did this is definitely professional. Yeah. He's holding something. Will you take the crank? What I don't get, and this isn't just that instance, it's in pretty much any form of media, when somebody's got some information that they need to get out and they're dying. Ooh! Forgot about you. Shut up. Yeah, what I don't get in any form of media like this, when they need to tell something, so for instance, so-and-so is a traitor, why don't you start with the phrase, this person is a traitor, instead of being, Jill, I need to tell you something, we've got a traitor in our midst, or along those lines. Just actually say what you need to fucking say. And then, cat's out the bag, it doesn't matter if you get shot after that. I don't know, maybe that's too much like common sense. Okay. Oh, that one only took 2. That's good. Okay. So we've got, if we examine this crank, we will find that it's a hexagonal crank. Well, I do need to use it because I'm right next to where I need to use it. Okay, I think it may be because my microphone's quite low that the game audio is a bit louder than me. Is that better? Yep, let me know. Obviously we will change it if need be. I think I'm being a bit quiet today as well for some reason. Okay, so we have got a nice little area here. A huge boulder blocks away. Yep, I'm still recovering from last night, Jake. That's not because I was out drinking or anything, it's because we were having a Dungeons and Dragons session and it was off the chain. One of those things when people play Dungeons and Dragons, I feel like a lot of players now compare everything to like being like Critical Role or whatever, but this wasn't. This was like our own thing and it was all the better for it. Right, this is where the giant spider is. But we don't actually need to fight this giant spider if we don't want to. What we can do instead, if we're not getting knocked onto the floor, we took a hit there. Basically, oh, fuck me. Yeah, we're on danger, better use that. Oh shit, don't be doing that. Oh, fuck off. Okay, stop doing that. Oh, and I'm poisoned. Have we got any blues? Yeah, we have. I mean, that's me being stingy and not wanting to spend any ammo. Got the map of the courtyard. Yeah, I thought we needed a crank again. Right, I think we need to do it a couple of times because we need to. The big spider was killable, but there's just no point in killing it and using ammo. I've got plenty more health items than I have anything else. Yep, so we have to do that and then that rolls away. and we've got a first aid box, which we'll probably need to use because we're not looking great. Yeah, first aid spray. I mean, if you think about it, the Resident Evil universe is like light years ahead of us in medical technology. They have green herbs that can heal you like instantly. Oh, we've got a puzzle. This puzzle is a bit annoying. Not in the fact that it's difficult, but in the fact that okay, yeah, I remember what I need to do now. Okay, yeah, that's a really long animation. Pull that back in. As I say, it's not a difficult puzzle, this, it's just, again, one of those time-consuming block puzzles. Right, so we have pushed that in front of there. Use the crank. And we don't need to use the crank after this, so that's good. And then we'll push that off there. And what we want to do is push the statue onto this little circle thing in the middle of the room. So that gives it a spin. But the annoying thing is, we have to do it twice. So if we do it again, camera angles make it a bit awkward sometimes. There we go. Camera angles are very frustrating sometimes. Yep, I know that we do have a magic green herb, but I don't think it's as effective medically speaking as the ones in Resident Evil. I'm assuming that the green herbs and the first aid spray are actually developed by Umbrella there. It appears that the green herbs grow where you take the cylinder. Yes, I will. The green herbs appear to grow in the same areas that you're investigating. So it appears that Umbrella probably developed those green herbs, and the first aid spray is probably some sort of commercial product that's made from the green herbs. That's just always how I've had it in my head canon anyway. I don't know if there's actually anything written down officially by Capcom that confirms that, but it just seems to make a lot of sense to me that that would be the case. We'll leave that blue herb for now. We have got some in the item box if we need it, and plus we don't have to ever come back here. So basically just need to run past this one and that's it. So we saved ourselves a bit of ammunition there, and to be honest, we had the ammunition to kill it. I'm just tight and just never like spending ammunition on anything if I don't have to in a Resident Evil game. Okay, so that's a dead end. The only problem with these caves, they are very samey, so it does get a bit difficult sometimes to find your way through them. I'm going to take this green herb because it's on the way back to the item box. Okay, and we will deposit that. And we'll deposit this knife. And we will deposit the crack because we won't need that anymore. Then we will go back to where we found the other part of the thing that I've just picked up, basically. Can't remember what they call it now. The cylinder. Because there is a ridiculously easy puzzle to do now in regards to this. So, cylinder shaft has been inserted. We will take the shaft. And then if we examine that, symbols are carved inside, will you turn it? Yes, we will. So what we want to do, we want to look at it, and we need to line up. Wait until the numbers line up. Okay, so we've got 4, 2, 3, and 1. So if we put this in now, series of flashing buttons, press 1, and we will put 4, 3, 2, 1. Nothing's happening. Okay, let's just have a look at it again. Has I been stupid then? Oh, 4, 2, 3, 1, not 4, 3, 2, 1. Duh. Okay, so 4, 2, 3, 1. And the power's been restored.
Jill!
Barry? Thank God you're safe.
You too, Jill. A noise I heard brought me down here, but I didn't expect to find a place like this. Have any idea as to what might be at the bottom?
There's only one way to find out.
What the hell is that sound?
That sounds like Lisa.
It could be a person. Jill, go check it out. We had enough surprises for one day. I'll stay here and secure our escape route in case something happens.
Okay.
I would absolutely love, and I know it's not going to be a possibility nowadays, but I would absolutely love to play some sort of DLC where you get to see the events of this game through Barry Burton's perspective and actually see what the fuck Barry was doing. 'Cause it seems like Barry doesn't even know about so we've got the garbage compactor, but we need something to put in it. Okay, yep, go away then. And you get stuck for a very long animation when you do that. Yep, I'd love to see what Barry was actually doing, because it doesn't seem like he did much. I'd like to know what was going through his head with certain things as well, like why did he give us some acid rounds for a grenade launcher when he knew that we didn't have a grenade launcher with us? I mean, we found a grenade launcher, but that was well after the fact. Yeah, where did he get his casual flamethrower? Oh, and it's Lisa. So, with this one, you've got to sort of make sure that you're dodging Lisa, obviously. Couple of healing items here, which we might need if we take a hit off her, so it is good to have. Because Lisa hits like an absolute... Whoa! There she is. She hits like an absolute fucking truck. That's where we came in. She is pretty quick as well, I will give her that. No, we won't pull the lever yet. We need to find something. Oh, actually, that's the way I came in. So that door next to those cardboard boxes is actually where I need to go. There's no point in using the lever. Right, Lisa's that way. But she does get about, so you've got to be careful. What we need to do, we need to push this crate onto this cargo lift. Then we need to send that off. Again, you have to wait for that to chug along. You need to be careful because Lisa could be out of here. Yep, there she is. So we need to go around the long way. Because effectively, we need something to put in there so that we can get in there. Oh, bollocks. Oh, that was close. That was actually a dead end. And what we do need is a flamethrower. And what's in that box?
Barry!
What a shit box. Look at that. Barry Bear, an absolute heel. What we need to do with the box is push this over to that trash compactor that we saw. Compact the box. And we've got a broken flamethrower. Now, that trash compactor looked pretty heavy duty. So the fact that it basically broke the flamethrower but didn't absolutely squash it into nothing is quite surprising. Okay, so we need to get to that lever, but Lisa is hanging out there at the moment. Right. Pull the lever. And the hooks have come out. Now we've only got a set amount of time to do this. But luckily, let's unlock the door. And now we don't have to deal with Lisa. Okay, this is one of the creepiest parts of the game. Fire has died out but shows signs of use. A huge collection of various kinds of dolls. They're all faded and worn. Okay, as you've just seen, there's some snakes that follow you into the water. As long as you don't stop though, they will never get you. But they do put a blue herb up that ladder if you do need it. R.I.P. Richard again, yeah. Put one out for our homeboy. So we've got jewellery box. This bed is still warm. Bunch of photographs featuring a young girl, depicting various scenes from her upbringing. Well, it looks like Lisa's got some slippers as well. Got the stone ring, a family picture and notes. There's something written on the back. November the 10th, 1967. Progenitor virus administered. Jessica administered virus type A. Plasmalizing of tissue during cell activation. Virus fusion negative. Action disposed. Lisa administered virus type B. Plasmalizing of tissue during cell activation. Virus fusion positive but delayed fusion. Body modification observed constant results. Status continue protective observation. George action terminated November 30th, 1967. There's a journal left by someone. November 14th, 1967. I feel dizzy after that shot they gave me. I don't see Mom. Where did they take her? She promised that we'd escape together. Did she escape alone and leave me behind? November 15th, 1967. I found Mom. We ate together. I was very happy. But she was a fake. Not my real Mom. Same face but different inside. Have to find Mom. Have to give face back to Mother. I got Mom's face back. Nobody can have my Mom except me. I attach her face to me so she doesn't go away. Because Mom said when I meet her without face. From inside box, scent of Mommy, maybe true Mother there. Stone box hard, it hurt, steel rope in the way. Can't see Mother because 4 stones. So that's pretty dark. So evidently, George Trevor was the architect for this mansion. He was the one who came up with all the sick traps. They are the real victims here, the Trevor family. So yeah, unfortunately, because George knew the secrets of the mansion and what it held, the Umbrella decided to do away with his family and him. Obviously we found George's diary, and he died somewhere in the mansion. His wife and his daughter were experimented on. His wife died, but Lisa is still alive. Well, if you can call it living. So, we've got that. Got that. Because we are about to embark upon one of the last parts of the game. We will also want the medals, and as you saw, combine the stone object and the metal object to make a stone and metal object. Luckily Lisa doesn't come and attack us this time, but it does explain why Lisa's cabin is situated so close to Lisa's underground home. I think there are more zombies in this area now, so we will have to stay frosty. Still that idiot. round here. He's not even noticed us. He's too busy. Look at that. He is absolutely unaware of anything. I feel there is one. Oh no. I think he did just activate then though, because we had him moan. Yeah, and then there's one here who reaches out for you but doesn't get anything. And no crows, which is good. And we're going back to the mansion. And we're almost at the last part of the game. Okay. So we want to take that because we will not be coming back there. That door locks again once you take that out. But it really doesn't matter because we are completely done with all of that part of the game now. Best place to go is through here. So we've got a lovely little shortcut to where we need to be. I think a lot of people forget about this shortcut other than speedrunners. This is like a favourite shortcut for speedrunning the game. But it's definitely, it just cuts out so much. Like you have to go through some pretty tight corridors if you don't use it, and obviously hunters or zombies can be in the way. But look, that brings us back out into the main hall. And we need to go around here, and I've not been down here yet, so you guys, if you've never played this game before, you won't have seen this. Wonder what's on the other side of this door. I wonder, Jill. Oh, we've got a lot of defense items. We've got 7 defense items. That's pretty good. We have got some zombies coming up, so probably will get used. 2 emblems fit neatly into the door. Open it. Well, yeah, obviously. Okay, we've got a typewriter there, and I'm going to take another healing item, and I'm going to take I am going to save the game here, just because it is easy to fuck this up. Well, it's not easy, but it really is the luck of the draw how well you do on this part, because this is a boss fight, but it's not a traditional boss fight. We will be making it slightly easier for ourselves because of what we're about to do, but yeah. So we're going to make our way down into this spooky area. I'd like to know who lit all these candles and placed them there. I mean, there are signs obviously that Lisa does have some sort of intelligence still. So I think it was Lisa. Because if you look at her little home, she's got like dolls everywhere. She's got like photographs set out. She's definitely still very much a sort of sentient, intelligent person, despite what's happened to her, which I suppose makes it all the more tragic what's happened to her.
Jill, you're alive. I was worried because I thought you were
Start talking.
Calm down. I didn't want to do it. Believe me, I can explain.
Don't lie to me!
If you didn't gather from
No
the
time
diary,
to talk. Jill, hand me my
wearing
gun.
a mum's face. Yes, we will give the gun back to Barry because we
Thanks,
want
Jill.
the best ending. And we know that. Oh, I've never done that before. I've got the achievement for it. Whoop. Yep. Barry can. It's a lot easier when you give Barry the gun because he distracts Lisa. Although you have to be careful because I think Barry can actually kill. Lisa can actually kill Barry. Yep. Nice one, Barry. Right, this seems like it was quite easy actually. As soon as that's gone, that's it dealt with. Okay, yeah, so a family picture. It's a letter. To my Lisa, day by day I can feel my consciousness drifting further away. The shots given to me by men in white clothes made some of Mommy's itching go away. Today they gave me another shot saying it was nutrition. When they give me the shots, Mommy can think straight, but Mommy's shocked and sad because Mommy's unable to think of you all the time. Mommy's afraid of forgetting everything, especially the memories of you and Daddy, what your faces look like and how we used to be together. They're all starting to disappear into somewhere dark in my mind. Oh Lisa, I wish I could touch your face and hold you in my arms right now, so that I can hold on to our wonderful memories of you and Daddy. Lisa, we can't stay here any longer. We have to escape. Listen to me, Lisa. Our chance to escape is the next time when we go to the lab together. We'll both pretend that we're both unconscious, and that when that man in white clothes is off guard, that will be our chance. When we're on the outside, let's look for Daddy together. Okay, sweetie. Be strong, Lisa. November 13th, 1967. And obviously we know what happened. Very, very tragic story. And I think the addition of the George Trevor subplot, which is unique to the remake, it wasn't in the original version, it does just add that extra sort of pathos. It helps you realise how much of a set of bastards Umbrella really is as well.
I don't believe that thing's really dead. Leave this place up to me and go on ahead.
Okay.
So yeah, if you didn't give Barry his gun, he would have been killed at that point by Lisa. I'd just like to say thank you to Half-Blood Hargreaves for the follow. Much appreciated. Especially obviously starting out, every follow helps, so it is definitely appreciated. Yeah, I like how Jill does not say anything about what's just happened. Even a quick Wesker's blackmailing me. Yeah, the fixed camera angles are, I think there's something that if you're not used to them from back in the day, it's very jarring, but I actually think it's amazing. Like I just love how cinematic it makes the game. It can make it difficult sometimes, definitely. At least with this version, with the remastered version, there's actually analog controls. Because it did used to be a tank control system where basically you use the D-pad, and basically if you push forward you move forward in the position that you're looking in. You can actually still use the tank controls like I'm doing now if you use the D-pad on your controller. Okay, so we're in the last part of the game, and pick it up, Jill. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Okay. Pick it up. Oh my word. She's picked it up. So we've got a shitload of ink ribbons now. Don't really need those yet. We will need a shotgun. In fact, we'll have some fun with it. Let's put the shotgun back for a bit. We'll get that with the incendiary shells. We will keep those acid shells because there's something else that we'll want to use them on. But basically, we have got a metric fuck ton of ammo at this point because we are in the last sort of half an hour of the game, I'd say. Because we've got the incendiary shells in our launcher, it means that we won't have to... Oh, be careful you don't step in your own fire. Yep, we won't have to burn any of these zombies. Oh, whoop, that was stupid. But luckily, we have quite a lot of... take that MO disc because we need these MO discs to get the best ending. Yeah, so because we've used the incendiary rounds, we won't need to burn the zombies, so we don't need to worry about them coming back as crimson heads, which is always nice. And it is more reliable than the shotgun headshot, which in this game seems to be pretty unreliable. You need to get this guy because it can pose issues for you. This guy. And we'll leave that first aid case for now. Locked. I can't remember. This is the part of the game that I remember the least. Okay, so we've got a X-ray and X-ray even. There's space to put up an X-ray photograph. Let's do that. And then there's another X-ray. Remember when the message board catches your attention, there's something scrawled on the notepad. To use the electronic door, place the initials in alphabetical order. Some kind of switch, let's press it. Part of it is glowing red, part of it is glowing red, part of it is glowing red, part of it is glowing red. So we've got the colon, we've got the esophagus, we've got the lungs and the liver, so that is the cell. Researcher's letter. My dearest Ada, by the time you reach this letter, I will no longer be the person you once knew. The results of my test came out today, and as I suspected, it came out positive. I feel like I'm teetering on the edge of reason just thinking about my impending doom. I would give anything not to have to become one of them. As far as I know, you are not infected. I sincerely hope things do not reach such a desperate pass. But if it has turned out that you are now the last person remaining alive, I want you to get the material from the visual data room. Then activate the self-destruct system in the power room and escape from there. Please do everything in your power to make this whole accident public. If everything is still running normally, you should be able to release all the locks using the security system. I've set up the terminal in a small security room so that you can log into the system using my name and your name as the password. You will then need another password to release the lock of the door in the basement, level 2, where the visual data room is located. As a safety measure, I've coded that password into an X-ray, Roan's genogram. Bloody hell, can't read that. I know you, and I'm sure you will be able to work it out without any trouble. There is just one more thing, and it's my last request. I hope you never have to lay eyes on me in this state, but if you do happen to run into my hideous form, I beg you to put me out of my misery. I hope you understand. Thank you, Ada. Yours truly, John. And yet, for those of you wondering, it is that Ada. It is Ada Wong. Because Ada Wong works for Umbrella. So, can I not use this computer then? Do I need to turn the light back on? Okay, so I can't use that computer, so it must be a different one. Well, Ada has always worked with Umbrella. Well, arguably. So we need to go back out of here for now. Locked, a symbol resembling a power area. Locked, symbol resembling a power area. So we can go in here. Part of a corpse lies on the operating table. Okay, yeah, but we did see some magnum ammo on the floor, so we will take that. V-Act researchers note there is no evidence that when a host loses consciousness, the body goes into a dormant state. During this time, the virus becomes active and rapidly transforms and reconstructs the basic composition of the body. The host eventually mutated into a humanoid creature. We call them V-Acts. Its speed and amazing muscular development are particularly noteworthy. After transformation, it becomes more agile and aggressive. Already, 4 of our researchers have died from trying to feed it, turning the place into an instant bloodbath. Ever since the tragic and barbaric accident, we have decided to call its kind Crimson Heads. The dangerous and precious prototype specimen can't be left here. We have to figure out a way to deal with it. Termination is definitely not an option. We finally decided to freeze the specimen and confine the body inside the basement of the backyard cemetery. So we have got John. What a sick font. And Ada is the password. And the password for that was cell. Okay. And we've unlocked another door as well. Okay, we're going to take a battery pack. And I don't know if there was anything else on here. Variety of chemicals you've never seen before. Nope, so that was everything on there. I mean, to be fair, this game's set in 1998, so it probably will be Windows 95 that they're using, or the evil conglomerate equivalent of. Okay, so that should be unlocked now. blow that guy away. We'll take this slide filter. Oh. Security passcode transmission device. If I had an MO disk, I could transmit the passcode to the system. Well, I have got an MO disk, so I can use that. Transmitting the passcode seems to have unlocked something. Facts. 2. Sanitation Division. Attention, Manager of Sanitation from Raccoon Disaster Contingency Committee. The contents of this fax are confidential and intended for the named addressee only. Any copying or disclosure of the contents of this fax to any third party is strictly forbidden by the sender. After reading the contents of this fax, it must be destroyed immediately. We expect significant increase in the damage done by the recent T-virus outbreak than initially estimated. There are several concerns. First concern, more than half of the researchers have been infected by the T-virus and died. It has also been reported that almost all of the survivors of this accident are starting to show symptoms of T-virus infection. Second concern, our secret security patrol team has also been completely eradicated. Therefore, our most secret research is in danger of public disclosure. Quick actions are demanded to prevent mass media coverage. Third concern, there is a high possibility that most of the specimens are running loose inside the compound. We expect many casualties to follow. However, yet unfortunate, these casualties underscore the success our research of the terrible grammar on this underscore the success our research results. Actions must be taken to prevent our research results from being made public. We suspect the first official intervention will come from the state police and STARS. We strongly recommend taking measures against them first. There seems to be something behind the sturdy door. Open it. Warning, fuel may explode if shaken or jarred. Looks like a refueling device. Okay. We'll come back to that later because we will need that. But now we're going up. See, the game sort of knows that you want to burn these zombies, and that's what gives you the incendiary shells. We've got an MO disc from there. We still need another MO disc, and I'm sure that the other one is in here as well. Yeah, it's right there. Excellent. There's a healing item. There's some shotgun shells. Film has been set into place. View it. No, because we want to use the slide projector with it. Umbrella. Bio-organic weapon official report. Well, we've seen one of those. We've seen that. We've seen one of those. We've seen a few of those. Tyrant. Bioorganic Weapons Research Group Development Staff. That guy in the shades looks very familiar. 8462. Okay. Passcode entry, use it. 8462. Now there's a lovely little Easter egg in here as well. I don't know if people remember at the beginning of the game we let me just take that. We've got a lab key. We picked up a video from Richard, I believe it was, Richard was the guy who got killed by the snake. It was one of the guys from Bravo team anyway, I can't remember his name, but we picked up a VHS, some sort of image editing equipment. Now we can actually watch it. Looks like you can use it to view Kenneth, that's it, Kenneth's film. View the film. So that guy was the STARS member. Yeah. Bruh. Half-Blood Hargreaves, I'm assuming it's Joe with the bruh. Bruh. Right, let's do some inventory management. In fact, we don't need to do any inventory management at the moment because we'll be going somewhere else where we can do some inventory management. Equip those. Use the lab key. Yeah, Kenneth is absolutely shite. I'm going to slip through here. This would shut me up, budge. I'm trying to remember if there's actually something for me to do in here. Which one did I come out of? Yeah. Ah, yeah, here we go. So here we go. Another ammo disc reader. If you notice, these actually look like GameCube consoles. I think they look a little bit less like GameCube consoles in this version. But in the original GameCube version, they look almost exactly like a GameCube console. As like a little nod to the source material. We will take a battery pack. Not that we'll probably need it. Yeah, so that is the reason why you'd come through here. The GameCube was an amazing console, very underrated console actually. In fact, when we do our Code Veronica playthrough, okay, yeah, I'm sort of stuck. I can't remember where I'm going. When we do our Code Veronica playthrough, I'm actually going to be playing the GameCube version because I think it's the best version. I think this is where we came from. Yeah. Plus the GameCube emulator Dolphin is way better than the PS2 emulators that are out. Yep, discard that key. I find that the PS2 emulators that are out are still, even if you've got a really good PC, can still be unreliable at times. They're just certain games that just won't ever run. Yeah, there's been a working GameCube emulator for some time now. It's called Dolphin. And it's absolutely fantastic. It works on pretty much anything. I know you've got a pretty good PC anyway, Jake, so you're not going to have to worry, but you can run it on basically like APU systems and play GameCube games at 4x resolution. Sega Saturn emulation is quite difficult actually, just because it had some really weird hardware in it. Like really weird hardware. Right, so I want to go in here. Because basically Sega didn't really get the memo about where gaming was going. and so the Sega Saturn was more dedicated for 2D games than 3D games, and it was a lot more underpowered than the PlayStation in terms of 3D hardware. I mean, you can get a Wii emulator. The Dolphin emulator emulates Wii games as well, so you'd be able to do Pokemon Colosseum or Mario Galaxy or anything really. You can even get you can actually get USB IR bars for your monitor, and they work with Switch controllers too. Not Switch controllers, sorry, Wii controllers. So you'd be able to actually use the motion control with your PC. Yeah, so you can play Metroid Prime Trilogy or something like that at way above the native resolution. Okay, I am going to save in a moment, and I'll tell you why. Because there is a bit that can make it very easy to get killed. Prime Trilogy is amazing as well. The motion control actually really adds to the game. Like, it makes it so much easier to control than the GameCube version. Not that the GameCube version actually controls, just the motion control just makes it a lot more natural feeling. Right, so we need to kill this little fucker here. So he took a bit there. Warning, fuel may explode if shaken or jarred. Yep. The refueling device for the power room, it's not working right now because there's no fuel. There's an empty capsule, we will take that. Yeah, N64 is another one of those consoles where, just because of the architecture of the console, you're never going to get perfect emulation for it, no matter how much you try and brute force it. Because the thing is, when it comes to emulation, you're effectively that's dead, yeah. Yeah, you're effectively, with emulation, you're basically getting your computer to pretend to be you're getting your computer's processors to pretend to be a different processor effectively, and use a different set of processor logic, which is easier with certain systems than it is with others. And apparently, if you've got the PC for it, if you've got the PC for it, PS3 and Xbox 360 emulation's pretty strong now. Well, I mean, legally speaking, if you already own a copy of Pokemon Snap on the Wii, on your Nintendo account, you're legally entitled to download a ROM version of that as a backup. And that's the legality of... That is the legality of emulators. It is completely legal to use a ROM as long as you own a copy of that game. Because it'd be a backup for your own personal purposes. And that is the... no, Jill, don't pick that up. Yeah, I mean, it won't be long until we're getting PS4 emulation and Xbox emulation, because Xbox One emulation, because effectively those consoles are basically PCs. They're based on x86 architecture like PCs are. Yeah, there is a Switch emulator. I don't think it's very good yet. just because Switch emulates an ARM processor as opposed to a traditional x86 processor. But you could always play Animal Crossing on a 3DS emulator, or you could play the Escape to the City on the Wii emulator. Dreamcast, I've had mixed results with a Dreamcast emulator, if I'm honest. Oh, yeah. We will go in here because I need this. And we're going to save as well because we don't want to get blown up. Shining Force is a fantastic game. Shining in the Darkness and Shining Force 1 and 2 on Mega Drive are like some of my favourite tactical RPGs. Obviously, in the West we didn't get the Fire Emblem series until the Game Boy Advance years, and it was a long time off before Final Fantasy Tactics even came out, so it was my first sort of experience with a tactical RPG. And I had a really good time with it. I can hear one of them moving, but I think we're okay. So I killed the one that was around here. Yep, so what we need to do now... Oh. Fuel supply device for room. It's not working right now because there's no fuel. Set the capsule into place. There we go. So we've got fuel for the self-destruct system. We've got our MO disc. And this is the part where we do a lot of running. And the latest Fire Emblem game on the Switch is amazing. Might even be the best one that they've ever done. Okay, so we'll insert the last disc. And all those locks are green. So we are going to... something. These guys telegraph the hits pretty poorly. You just run around them. I don't really pose much of a threat. No point in wasting ammo if you don't need to. Not that we don't have plenty of ammo. There's no power to the main elevator. Start it up. Yes, we will. Okay. Let's power up the elevator. And we can move on to effectively the final confrontations in the game. You see, there's just really no point in fighting these guys. I think they just infinitely respawn as well, so you are always better just running away. The only ones that you need to kill are the ones that are in fixed positions near that fuel tank, because if you don't kill that one and it attacks you while you're carrying that fuel, you will explode. Okay, so before we go any further, because we did those, because we actually use all of those MO discs, we can go and make sure that we get the best ending. And so to do that, we go back into this room. Into this corridor. And we pull these levers one by one. Okay. I mean, to be fair, Minecraft streaming is very popular, so you'd probably do well off that. Okay, so we are reunited with
Jill?
Chris.
Chris! You're alive!
Of course I'm alive. Jill, there's something big going down, and I don't think we're part of the equation.
I have to get you out of here. Ugh, it won't open. Wait, I'll be back to get you out.
Okay, no sightseeing though.
Oh, right, yeah. Now I remember. That door doesn't lock until you're on your way back, so you need to actually let him out after this point. Just wasted a bit of time there, but that's fine. At least we got to speak to Chris and we know we're going to get the best ending. Sorry, I'm just replying to a text. I'll just be one moment. And what we are going to do is get our Magnum. Because shit is about to get real. Okay, just for a backup, I'm going to take our Magnum rounds. I'm going to take our Magnum. I'm going to take, there's 18 grenade shells. And there's 6 grenade shells. Come out there for a moment. And then combine that with the launcher. I'm sure I have some other Magnum rounds. Yeah, I do. And then have some mixed herbs. First aid spray. Not that I think we're going to need any of this. Okay, so yeah, I think we've definitely got more than enough to take on the final fights, but let's just have a rundown of everything that we've got. So we had 26 shotgun shells and 6 in the shotgun. We've got 4 incendiary rounds, 79 handgun bullets, and we had an option to pick up about another 30 or to 45 that we've missed out because we didn't need them. We've got full heals up the wazoo. Yeah, we definitely have a bunch of ammunition. So once again, there is definitely enough ammo with which to kill everything in the game. Elevator isn't working. Looks like you'll have to operate the switch on the right hand side. It appears to be the control panel for the elevator. Like it couldn't have just done that automatically. The elevator's
Jill.
working.
Barry.
You could have at least waited up for me, you know?
Fuck off, Barry. You tried to kill us. Love how Barry's just pretending that none of that's happened. Just having a drink. Some shotgun shells. There is literally no point picking those up now at the moment.
Wesker!
Thank you, Barry.
Well, what do you know?
Oh, don't blame Barry for everything. I hear that his better half and 2 lovely daughters will be in danger if he doesn't do everything I tell him to.
Wesker, you're pathetic.
Well, you shouldn't worry too much, dear. You'll be free of all this anyway.
Why eliminate stars?
Believe it or not, that's Umbrella's intention.
You're just a slave of Umbrella.
Smart girl. But I think you misunderstand me. The things you mention are nothing. I'll burn all of them along with this entire laboratory. Barry, go up on the ground and wait there.
Barry.
You gotta love Barry. He must really be afraid of Umbrella.
You and Umbrella took his family. You bastard. Oh!
Umbrella? Well, I used some carrots and sticks to cow him, but it had nothing to do with Umbrella. I just used Barry for my personal interests. Though both you and Barry seem to think I was following Umbrella's orders.
What? What are you planning?
I guess it's time for show and tell.
I don't get why Wesker's still keeping up his American accent, because we know that in every other version he has a British accent.
It's magnificent.
For the sake of this thing.
You know, I hate goodbyes.
Go on, Barry.
Barry!
Forgive me.
No, you're not to blame. It's Umbrella and Wesker.
Forgive.
Even if it meant
Me?
my family, I couldn't bear turning my back on my friends again. Shit! Damn it!
Jill and Barry together. In hell.
Acting.
You want a piece of me?
What? Premature.
No, Barry! You viral cultured freak.
Fuck you, dickhead. Look. And it takes 5 bullets and he's dead. Just to confirm, this is not on normal on easy mode.
Barry! Barry! You're okay.
Jill, sorry. That was careless of me. Wesker.
Yeah, Barry's
He's
also got a
gone.
magnum, and as we saw,
First,
took
let's just get out of here.
5 shots to kill that thing, 4 or 5 shots. Machine used to compile experiment data. Panel used to release the image to left. Yeah, we'll do that. So in the original game, the layout was similar to this, except you could run around these tubes, which made it a lot easier to sort of get away from the Tyrant. But they blocked it off. But as you can see, the Tyrant goes down like an absolute bitch anyway.
Self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating and
Wesker must have set it off. Let's hurry.
Okay, and it wouldn't be a Resident Evil game if there wasn't a countdown and a complete base explosion. I think canonically it is Wesker that does activates the self-destruct system. There's just literally no point in bothering with them. Let's see what's in this first aid box.
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must
Herb mix of 2 green herbs.
deactivating and releasing all locks.
Yeah, unfortunately, zombies in this game can open doors. But to be fair, it's only specific zombies and only specific doors, but it still absolutely makes you dribble when it happens.
The self-destruct system has been activated.
The lock is released.
Personnel
Excellent.
must evacuate immediately. Deactivating and releasing all locks.
Jill,
Sorry about the
achievement.
wait.
so everything's taken care of?
Has been activated.
Well, almost. Now let's get the hell out of here.
Deactivating and releasing all locks.
Okay, now it's time for
System has been
Chris to join us and take all the credit for everything.
Personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating and releasing all locks. Self-destruct system has been activated.
Come on, let's go.
All personnel
Oh yeah, you lead the way, Chris, because you've done everything, haven't you?
and releasing all locks.
You've been so involved in this entire process, Chris. You didn't get captured
Self-destruct system
after the opening credits.
all personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating and releasing all locks. The self-destruct system has been activated.
Okay, so we're on our way out now.
Personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating and releasing all locks.
Yeah, Chris is a full-on mansplainer.
Has been activated.
Now, you see, Jill, this is a gun.
Deactivating and releasing all locks.
Come on!
Hurry!
Like I'm getting bossed about by these two idiots.
Self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating.
Unfortunately as well, I feel like Jill's... We don't need any of that shit.
I'm running out of fuel. If there's anyone alive, contact me now or just give me a sign. I repeat, this is your last chance.
Deactivating.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like after this game as well, Jill got a really bad treatment up until, I'd say, the first Revelations game, and then
All personnel must
the
evacuate.
Fuse Unit. The Fuse Unit's a really good idea, because basically it's making sure that you have one inventory slot free, because you will
3
need it during
minutes
the
to
next part.
detonation.
So yeah, Jill gets a really
Damn
bad
it!
treatment.
We're
on
almost
Resident Evil
there!
5.
Jill, you just get in contact with Brad.
No!
We can make it. Jill, ladies first.
Chris!
Would you let me have my moments too?
All right. We'll rendezvous at the heliport.
Chris is such a Which brings us to the fact that Chris is going to be our main character in the next session. Don't you love when a game gives you a timer, but then actually uses the timer during the loading screens? Will you take the signal rockets? Yes, I will. And so it's very simple. We go into the middle of the heliport. Use these rockets. It's a good job that they had some signal rockets on the heliport, really.
Jill!
You made it!
Oh, who is it? I like that they've sort of gone with the sort of theme of the game, and you can see that this version of the Tyranis is a oh shit, guys. You can tell that this version of the Tyranis is a bloody hell, caution already. Those. It's like a Crimson Head version of the Tyranis.
Jill, use it! Kill it, whatever it is!
Need Barry to piss him off. Pick him up. Oh. Does hit pretty hard that, but yeah, that's right, Chris. Look like you've done everything. And there you have it. That was Resident Evil Remake HD. And that was Jill's part of the game, at least, anyway. We're gonna have a break for the bank holiday weekend, so the next stream will be on Tuesday. We're gonna pick up with Chris's scenario in this game. So yeah, so we'll be streaming that. Let's find out what rank we've got.
Jill,
I'm not expecting a
you
good
did a
one.
fine job.
They don't give you a rank in this one. So we've unlocked real survival mode as well. And Jill has a new costume. And we've got Barry's custom samurai, which is actually a pretty decent gun. It gives you a much better chance of a headshot. But there we go. So I'm going to end the stream here, but thank you for watching. And if you want to tune in on Tuesday, we will be tackling Resident Evil. Fucking hell, what a name! Resident Evil Remake HD Remaster. And we'll be doing it from Chris's perspective this time. Yeah, thanks a lot. Bye bye.